Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video, I want to talk about what is going on with server meshing and persistence, where it is, and how it's progressing. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members for their continued support. Thank you guys so much. Also, if you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and helping the channel to grow. So it is just a quick video today. Recently, Chirs Roberts took to YouTube with his wife Sandy to update us all on some of the very important work going on behind closed doors. One of which was updating us on how server meshing and persistence is coming along. So Chirs explains that a lot of the core server meshing features and backend is now set up and done, with them currently building out the remaining backend services and connections. The backend database, known as the entity graph, which will persist, remember, and track the state of every entity and object within the PU, is currently what they are on with now. Not only does this create global persistence, which is currently underpinning a huge amount of potential content, but it is also fundamental for server meshing. For CIG, global persistence and server meshing is the biggest technical initiative happening right now, and they have an engineering strike team of around 20 engineers focused completely on building this out. He says they are working really hard on this and making great progress, and by the end of this year, they should have proper global persistence. For Alpha 3.15 at the end of September, this persistence is going to allow for personal inventories and this medical gameplay that CIG are currently developing, and then shortly after global persistence is implemented, we will see personal hangars and hubs, which means we will have a place to call home and store all of our possessions and ships in. Now, he goes on to say that server meshing will not just open up the player counts on each server, but also it will resolve many of the technical issues that we see in-game right now, fixing issues that they have with server tick rates and synchronization, which is what is causing a lot of the desync. This also means AI will behave as intended, as Chirs Roberts states that they are doing great things for AI, and it is actually very powerful tech, and what he sees on internal reviews is nothing like what we see in the PU, and this is all due to these server issues. Finally, Chirs also mentions that for the Digital CitizenCon happening on October 9th this year, they will have a dedicated panel talking further about the tech and inner workings of server meshing, which I expect will be very fascinating, and hopefully by then we can see much of it in action as well. But that was what Chirs Roberts spoke about in regards to persistence and server meshing. It is pretty much crunch time for CIG, and with global persistence coming in, much of the gameplay can finally expand, plus stability and consistency can make its way into the PU as well, creating a much more robust experience in so many areas of the game. Over the course of this year, I would expect CIG to address server meshing and global persistence a lot more as it begins to come to fruition, but that is what we know right now. As I say, this was just a short update video, but if you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. Also, if you want to talk more about Star Citizen or just hang out with an incredible community, you are all more than welcome over at twitch.tv/supermacbrothers Ryan. The links are in the description below. Hit the like button if you don't mind, helps the channel out, and if you want to be notified when my videos go live, tick that little notification bell. Thank you again to my patrons and channel members. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.